Tiny Habits, penned by the brilliant BJ Fogg, a renowned researcher from Stanford University, presents a groundbreaking approach to personal development. This book debunks the myth that change requires monumental efforts and willpower. Instead, it illuminates a path towards lasting transformation through the accumulation of tiny, almost effortless habits. Fogg's fascination with human behavior, honed over 20 years of research, led him to develop this simple yet incredibly effective method. He recognized that the key to lasting change wasn't about forcing ourselves into massive overhauls, but rather about understanding the science of how habits form. This book, through its accessible language and relatable examples, makes behavior change feel achievable and even enjoyable. It provides a refreshing perspective on personal development, making it feel less daunting and more sustainable. Whether you're looking to improve your health, boost productivity, or simply cultivate more positive routines, Tiny Habits offers a practical and empowering framework for success. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and exploration with us. Like, subscribe, share your thoughts, and pass it on to those you cherish. The central premise of Tiny Habits is deceptively simple. Focus on making tiny, incremental changes rather than overwhelming yourself with grand, unsustainable goals. This approach hinges on the idea that small wins create momentum, boosting our confidence and motivation to continue building upon them. Imagine trying to climb a mountain. If you focus solely on the daunting summit, the journey can feel insurmountable. However, if you break it down into manageable steps, focusing on conquering one small incline at a time, the climb becomes less intimidating and more achievable. Similarly, by incorporating tiny habits into our daily routines, we gradually reshape our behaviors and create lasting change without triggering resistance or overwhelm. For instance, instead of aiming to run a marathon overnight, start with a commitment to walk for 5 minutes daily. This approach allows us to celebrate small victories, reinforcing the positive feedback loop that drives sustainable habit formation. Over time, these tiny changes compound, leading to remarkable results that might have seemed impossible at the outset. Central to Fogg's approach is the Fogg behavior model, which posits that 3 elements must converge for a behavior to occur: motivation, ability, and a prompt. Motivation represents our desire to perform the behavior, ability refers to our capacity to do it, and prompt serves as the trigger that initiates the action. According to this model, success hinges on finding the sweet spot where these 3 elements intersect. If a behavior feels too difficult, low ability, or we lack the drive, low motivation, even with a strong prompt, we're unlikely to follow through. Fogg suggests focusing on increasing our ability and making the desired behavior as easy as possible, especially when motivation is low. This involves breaking down habits into their smallest, most manageable components, ensuring they're easy to integrate into our daily routines. By understanding and leveraging this model, we can design our environment and structure our habits to maximize our chances of success. The simplicity and clarity of this model make it a powerful tool for anyone seeking to understand and influence their own behavior. Section 4. Creating Tiny Habits, a step-by-step guide. Fogg outlines a clear and actionable 3-step process for building tiny habits. First, start small. The key is to make your new habit so ridiculously easy that it's almost impossible to fail. For example, instead of committing to 30 minutes of meditation, begin with just 1 minute. Second, find a trigger. Identify an existing habit in your routine and attach your new tiny habit to it. This creates a mental association that acts as a reminder. For instance, after brushing your teeth, do 2 push-ups. And third, celebrate your success. Every time you complete your tiny habit, acknowledge and celebrate your win, no matter how small. This reinforces the behavior and creates a positive feedback loop. A simple yes or a fist pump can do wonders. By following these straightforward steps, you can seamlessly integrate new habits into your life without relying solely on willpower or motivation, which can fluctuate. Remember, consistency is key, and starting small is the secret to building lasting habits. Section 5. Real-life applications and success stories. The beauty of Tiny Habits lies in its versatility. The principles outlined in the book can be applied to virtually any area of life, from improving physical health to boosting productivity to fostering stronger relationships. For instance, if you'd like to incorporate more movement into your day, start by doing 5 squats every time you get up from your desk. To cultivate a reading habit, commit to reading just one page before bed. To improve your diet, aim to drink a glass of water before each meal. Throughout the book, Fogg shares inspiring anecdotes of individuals who've achieved remarkable transformations through the power of tiny habits. He highlights how these seemingly insignificant changes can cascade into significant improvements in health, well-being, and overall quality of life. These real-life examples serve as powerful reminders that lasting change is within reach for anyone willing to embrace the power of small steps. Section 6. Your tiny habits journey begins now. Now that you've glimpsed the transformative potential of tiny habits, I invite you to embark on your own journey of self-improvement. Start by identifying one small habit you'd like to incorporate into your life. Remember to keep it ridiculously easy, find a reliable trigger, and celebrate your successes along the way. Embrace the process with a spirit of playfulness and experimentation, and don't be afraid to adjust your approach as needed. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the same principle applies to building a better version of ourselves. By embracing the power of tiny habits, we can unlock our full potential and create a life that aligns with our values and aspirations. Section 7. Embrace the transformative power of tiny habits. As we've explored in this discussion of BJ Fogg's illuminating work, Tiny Habits offers a refreshing and accessible approach to personal development. It empowers us to break free from the shackles of overwhelm and self-doubt by embracing the transformative power of small, consistent actions. Remember, lasting change isn't about grand gestures or superhuman willpower, it's about taking those small, seemingly insignificant steps day after day. It's about acknowledging and celebrating our progress, no matter how small, and trusting that over time, these tiny ripples of effort will create waves of positive change in our lives. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you read Tiny Habits? What resonated with you the most? What tiny habit will you commit to building today? Share your thoughts, reflections, and questions in the comments below. Let's inspire and support each other on this journey of growth and transformation. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to my channel for more empowering content.